Well, good morning campers, welcome back to the daily meet, and you are joining me deep inside some Norfolk bushland. It's quite nice, I'm in the countryside. We had a sweet camp last night at Hickling Broad, so it is Thursday the 23rd of May, and it's supposed to be up to about 23 degrees today. It's getting quite warm. I've got my shorts on today, which is nice and refreshing on the old sparrows. Bearing in mind I'm in the countryside in the middle of nowhere, there's a lot of cars about. I don't know where they're all going. Maybe some dogging in the old Norfolk bush, getting some morning bush action. Anyway, this morning we are charging up the power station. Gave it a test run last night, and everything seemed to be tickety-boo. It went down to about 62%, I think. Yeah, I've got the DC charger turned on, so we're currently charging that up. Coming in at 500 watts of beautiful free power. Well, I'm paying for the diesel and probably the wear and tear on my alternator, but you know, while we're driving, we may as well make the most of it. Look at that, campers. There we got an old telephone box there, and it's got a telephone in there. Look at that, Hickling Methodist Church, Jesus welcomes all, and there's a tea and coffee morning in there. I've already got a piping hot mug of tea, so I'm good. Oh, check out them thatches. Not very often you see thatch roofs on red brick buildings like that. Oh, I've got a new squeak, by the way. Something on the front right corner squeaking. I've got a bit of a dry bush. May have to give it a bit of lube. I've got no lube in my van, so I'll have to wait till we get home. It's all new. Everything's been replaced, but something's gone a little dry and a little squeaky. Yes, I don't think it's supposed to be overly sunny today, which is ideal dogging action weather for Bruno. So I woke up this morning in the van. It was very, very sweaty. The sun was out, but it's since cloud over. It's gone quite muggy. So yeah, we're going to head to the beach. Probably going to go to HEMSBY first of all, and have a bit of a walk on the beach. Gotta get them puppy steps in. Keep Bruno worn out. That's the best way. Although he's quite chilled when he's in the van. He's currently just asleep on the chair. You had a good night. You had a good night camping. Campers, we are back in Costa del HEMSBY. Oh, check that out. The trolley's bigger than the bloke pushing it. It's a lot more open than last time I was here. And the plus side, we're missing the bank holiday rush. Straight away I'm thinking fish and chips, but it's only like 10:30 in the morning. Bit early for that. So let's see if we can get parked up round the back end. Oh yeah, there's plenty of spaces. That'll do us right there. And we're close to the beach as well. We've made it to the beach, haven't we, Bruno? Oh yeah, he's having a good sniff around. Somebody got their tents up there. Look at the coastal erosion, campers. Definitely looks a bit different round here from memory. I'm sure there used to be more of a sloping bank there, as opposed to a steep, small incline. Looks like they've been trying to build some sort of sea defence here. I did come here a few months ago and the sea was very choppy and it's very close. But that was the tail end of winter. Bruno's been doing some zoomies. He's going crazy already. Look at that, campers. Best daily dogging channel. Holy YouTube. Oh, digging time. You haven't been to the beach for a while, have you, puppy? Oh, and a roll. Stop, drop and roll. You're going to get caught up in your lead now, aren't you? There's not. You can see how close some of these properties are to the edge there. Look at the debris there. Fortunately, it's only a matter of time. Nature takes over. Nature wins. Look at the carnage. There's even some pipework up there. Some ornamental piece. Have a bit of pipework. Nice trunk. The size of that root. Gee, here's some bricks just tinkering over the edge there. This looks like an old well or something. Crazy. There's a lot of tree damage down here. It could have come from the sea, but I would hazard the guess saying they've come from up there. That's the trouble. These buildings close to the edge, look, it's just a big pile of sand. They're basically built houses on sand dunes. Look at that up there. That's the remnants of somebody's back garden. Wow. Some pipework sticking out just over there. I actually think this is where somebody's house was. There's the gate, there's the mailbox, and there's the old pipework for the house. That's gone. Very sad, really. There's an old tank up there. Look, there's a seal just there. Duck back under the water. There's some leftovers of an old greenhouse. Some shattered glass. Cascading down a hill. Absolute carnage. I think that's the door of a greenhouse as well there. Don't mess with nature. Nature is reclaiming the land again. Nature gives the land, but then reclaims it as well. Pretty much sums up the country at the minute. Yep. At least the flag is still flying. And Bruno wants to keep going. Bruno's having a sniff around. What's that? That's like the remains of a seal. Ooh. Look, see the flippers. Yeah, let's leave that alone, Bruno. Let's leave that. Well, even these sea defences have been absolutely obliterated. Not a lot left of them. There's still remnants of houses all the way down there as well. This is an old sewage pipe. Or maybe just from the drains, the rainwater off the roads or something. That's what we hope. Got to be eco-friendly on the daily meat. Look at the length of that campers. And now it's just a glorified glory hole. Just dripping away there, dripping away. But this time yesterday we were still messing around with the electrics on the meat wagon. Today we're on a sweet beach with a poo pipe right behind me. Look at that, it's going straight into my ear roll. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, it's definitely missed being on the beach. Loves having a little mooch about, having a smell of them Norfolk fishy odours. A good puppy. Oh yeah. There's a beach further along that way, and about 16 years ago or so we'll come down here with my old staffy Freddie, and he used to love drinking the seawater. And then there was like a crowded beach, and I was walking back, and yeah, Freddie decided to have explosive diarrhea all up my leg. And there was a group of young uns in front of me, nice hot sunny day. They witnessed the event. As it was spraying out, it formed a rainbow. It was amazing, campers, very dramatic scene. So I pulled out a poo bag to try and pick up what I could. And one of the young uns said to me, "I don't know if I feel sorry more for you or the dog." I had it all up my leg. I was splattered, and it must have burnt Freddie. Must have burnt. Good times. Good times. But these things in life, they build character. Yeah. Very traumatizing, but quite funny at the same time. Oh, campers, we are back in the meat wagon. Had a nice walk along HEMSBY Beach. Getting quite muggy now. Just coming up to midday. Gonna head up to a supermarket. We're gonna avoid the fish and chips around this area. I went to a Tesco yesterday, not far from where I camped, and there was some smash burgers that caught my eye. I didn't have them last night, but I'm tempted to get them today. Yeah, so I think Tesco is going to be my supermarket of choice today. I may head to the one in Great Yarmouth actually. Oh, and then there's German Don Kebab. Oh, temptation. So many temptations around here. We've got to stay focused, campers. We've got to try and eat reasonably healthily. I know you only live once and all that, but I'd rather live that once a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. So change of plan, there's a Lidl just to my right. I'm going to pop in there just to get some bits. I will nip to a Tesco later to get them smash burgers. Oh look, T4 alert. Sweet. Oh well, campers, I did manage to buy some smash burgers in Lidl. So that's going to be my dinner later on. Probably have two in a burger, double it up. I've got some brioche buns. And then for lunch I've got some leftover prosciutto crudo capelletti and some chunky vegetable sauce. And I also bought a cheeky little pepperoni pizza. And then Bruno's got some tuna, Bruno. We've got some tuna goodness. Look at that face, campers. Look at the vitality. Right, so the prosciutto crudo capelletti is cooking away nicely. And Bruno's enjoying his tuna there. Look at that, campers. Look at the vitality after a nice beach walk. Nothing but a good protein hit will do. Hey, Bruno. There you go, campers. Lunch is served in a saucepan. Very artisan. Bon appetito. I had some of this left over from dinner the other night. So I thought, while we go camping, take it with us. Use it up. Fills the spot. Job's a good one. And then for the second course, we've got a bit of pepperoni pizza. Looks a bit rubbery, but let's give it a go. Well, my advice would be consume this with some water as well, because it's a little bit chaff. Anyway, let's carry on chowing down. Our campers, lunchtime is over. I forgot to bring my fan. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was putting the bed back together, but I forgot to bring it. So yeah, I've got the dash fans on for now. We're kind of parked in the shade, but yeah, it's getting warm in the back of the van. So we need to get moving, get some airflow. So I'm currently by Caister, and I'm going to head to Yarmouth, Rupert Low country, and I'm probably going to camp around Great Yarmouth tonight. I've got a couple of options. couple of options. I want to go and check out a parking spot now. Well, look at this camper. It's just driving through Caister. Got the St George's flag proudly flying on a lamppost. Beautiful sight. I forgot to get some cheeky juices there when I was in Lidl. Need some for my camp tonight. I've got one left. Could have some more. I think this road here is a on park for night by the playing field on my right. Could be a potential one. That's on Beaconsfield Road. Right, let's get on the main drag. Right, so we've got the Britannia Pier to my left and the Fallen Angels Premier Lap Dancing Club to my right, the Lady Club. Lady Club. Look at that, the old man there with his wheelchair. You know where he's going. You know where he's going. So I did park around here last time I was up here in the winter, and this is where we consumed the German doner kebab. It was all right. We won't be having one today, though, unfortunately. Right, so let's have a little cruise down the Golden Mile, see what's occurring. Quite busy. A lot of people out enjoying the sun. There's Horseway to the left there. On the train. Considering it's a weekday, it's actually quite busy. Yes, I'm just going to go and check out a park up right at the other end, and after that I'm going to chill out in the shade for a while because it's a bit hot for Bruno. I want to park in this area so I can have a walk this evening along the seafront. Actually, could do with an ice cream as well, but see where we can get parked up. But again, I got Bruno, it's warm, I don't want to walk too far in this heat. Not very good for the young pup. Another option for parking tonight is the Premier Inn there. You can use a parking app and camp in the car park. I've done that before, and at the start of the year we did that when it was snowing. And then in the morning you got sweet beach views. Car's pulled out in front of me. Although that car park is shared with a harvester. That was a good night's sleep. And the good thing with that is it's set back off the road a bit. I was just looking at the park up I was on. Yeah, that could be a potential. Yeah, it's set back off the road so you don't really get anybody bothering you. I've noticed the parking on the seafront, because we're in peak season now, it's paying display from 8 to 6. After 6, free parking, so we could park up there later on and take Bruno for a stroll. Right, now this is the road. We could park the caravans down there, look. Okay, so we could park anywhere around this area. Yeah, looks like we've got some full-time campers there. Looks a bit sketchy though. There's the Britannia Monument. Yeah, this little bit here is on park for night. Pretty much anywhere down there as well. I think if I'm honest, I'd rather pay the extra few quid, it's only about £3 for the night, and park in that car park. And then you ain't getting disturbed by lorries driving past either. So we've got a few options there. I think I'll assess it a bit later on this evening. see where we end up. Right, I'm going to go back to that Beaconsfield park up because I spotted a bit of shade there, and I'm going to park there for a little while, have a snooze, and cool down a bit. Well, campers, it's about 3:15. Bruno's having a little look out the window, thinking he's an ice cream man. You damn puppy. Look at that, campers. Yeah, we've had an afternoon snooze. Just having a little snack. Had some salami sticks, finished them off. I've got an ice cold bit of lemonade, bit of fizzy pop. Yeah, Bruno's had some juice. Yeah, boy. I went back to that Beaconsfield park up, and the road was cambered to the left, and it was also a school, not a playing field. Yeah, so we moved on a couple of streets down. I think this is Dunbar Street. There's another potential park up here. So we've been in the shades, nice and cool. Bruno's cooled down. It was getting a little sweaty. The only trouble with this road is the cars fly past. So this is called Bernard Avenue. Bernard. That's where we had a little snooze, wasn't it, puppy? Like you see, it's quite a busy road. These are the parking spaces I was on about. These are free to park. And there is some all the way down that way as well. And I can see some motorhomes up there. I don't know if you can camp there overnight, and it is a busy road. A lot of traffic going past. Yeah, right down there is the pier, Britannia Pier. Bruno wants to go down to this little wild area. So this is the Great Yarmouth North Dens Dunes. So it's managed by Yarmouth Borough Council as a designated site of special scientific interest. Yeah, it's got some rare creatures there. Even got lizards. Ew. Oh, it's actually gone quite cold. That wind is a bit nippy. There's the main seafront all the way down there. Oh, there you go, campers. It's very windy here, very windies. Some people fishing. Oh, it's got a bit nippy, isn't it, Bruno? Oh, he's had enough of this. Too windies. Well, campers, I think that's going to do it for today's portion of the daily meet. We're just heading back to the Meat Wagon now on Bernard Avenue. We've had a good day today. Woke up in the Norfolk Broads, and now we're on the Great Yarmouth seafront. So we've had a nice beach walk today. We've had some lunch, had afternoon snooze. Found some potential park ups for the night. Checked some spots out, and yeah, I'm gonna chill in the Meat Wagon for a couple of hours until it hits 6 o'clock. It's actually gone a bit cooler now as well, and then we'll move down to the main drag and figure out where we're going to camp tonight. So that'll be for the main channel. That'll be a main channel video, so keep an eye out for that in the coming days. But for today, yeah, this is it. We are done. I shall catch you guys on the next portion of the daily meet. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay meaty.